Hello, this is Stephen Tice, and I will be guiding you through the process of installing Toshiba copier drivers. First, we must obtain the IP address of the copier we are attaching to. Once we have that information, on the computer we are installing the driver, we will open up a web browser, and in the address bar, type in the IP address of the copier we are attaching to. By doing this, we obtain two pieces of information. Number one, we verify connectivity to the copier over the network. Number two, we obtain the exact model of the copier. I have an eStudio 355. With that information, we go to the Toshiba drivers page. Here is the address for that. And here is the web page that takes you to. Here in the upper right, we select drivers. Here we select black and white copier. Then we scroll down to our particular model that we are dealing with. eStudio 355. Select that. Then we get the page with a listing of all the various drivers for this particular model. I prefer to get the full client installer, gets everything I need. Click the zip, save as, and you will save the file. In the interest of time, I've already downloaded it, but there's the file zipped up. Now that we have that, what we'll do is we go in and you'll just do a right click on the file, the zip file, do an extract all, and I always just leave the default location and click extract. Again, in the interest of time, we will skip that, and right here is the unzip folder. This folder here is the one you will want to copy to, say, a flash drive to keep on hand for future use. Now that we have that, we go to our devices and printers. And a word of warning, with the Toshiba copiers, we do not want to use the printer wizard for adding those. It tends to cause problems. Okay, once we're here, we click on any device in here. I just always use the XPS document writer. That makes our printer server properties an active button. We go in here, select ports, and what we're looking for is the IP address of the copier to see if that IP port has already been set up. And we look through the list of available IP ports that have been created, and I do not see the address that I'm looking for, 2.53. So we're going to add a port, double click standard TCP/IP, next, and type in your IP address. Whoops. Click next and finish. Close, close. Now we have our port that we need so we can attach the copier. Now we go back to our folder that has our installer. Go inside and you see we have a setup. Double click that. Yes. Agree, next, and I use the custom install. Select only what I need. I prefer the PS3 driver, but any of these three drivers will work. But again, I prefer the PS3. Select, click next, click install. Now the installer is looking for any Toshiba copiers on the network. You may or may not get a listing right here of devices that it finds. It did find one, but that is not the one I want. So we come down here, click the radio button, hit the drop down. We want to scroll up. The IP addresses are always up at the top here of this list. We scroll, and there's the address of the port we created, 2.53. You select your port, Click OK. Now, you may get a prompt for a firewall warning, and if you do, you want to allow access for private networks such as home or work to make sure that we don't have any problems. I am not going to set this as the default, but you do have that option. Wait for the driver to be installed and finish. We exit out of the installer package and we can go to our devices and printers, and there we see we have our installed driver. We can go into the printer properties, do print a test page, and I get prompted for my department code. That verifies that I have the right driver and that I am communicating with the copier. That concludes the installing of a Toshiba driver. Thank you.